So this is the review of author Lucy Foley's The Guestless book. That was part of my novel project, and attached to slide 6 were two reviews, and this one's mine. I really did enjoy reading the book. I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy reading it. I just wish there was quite a few things that I wish were done differently. And yeah, so I mean, it's a great story. It revolves around this kind of upper, I think of like bougie, like upper class bride and groom. In fact, they're kind of difficult to identify with because they come from this upper part of society. Jules and Will. Jules runs a successful magazine, and Will is the host of a Survivor reality TV show, and he's described as being handsome and fit. So, it's kind of like not very relatable to the reader, which I kind of wish it was a little bit of the opposite, just because I didn't know where some of the things were coming from, especially part of the story that dealt with his Survivor reality TV show, because it kind of did play a part in the book. And when it did mention it, I was kind of confused because I wasn't sure how it fit in until the very end of the book. But we kind of see their adventures on this island off of Ireland, and them and their family and their friends, some characters like Jono, who's Will's best man, and Olivia and Hannah. And we just see, as the book goes on, so much drama and a lot of description. And that's what I really appreciated about Miss Foley. That's one of the good things that I did like about it, is that she's very descriptive and she gave a lot of information. In fact, at first it might even seem like too much information, but once you see, the outcome, it kind of all makes sense. And so the main point of the book is that somebody is killed at the wedding night, and the reader is taken on that adventure on how it got there, the drama behind any beef or any disputes between friends, and then most importantly, who is the actual murderer. And so we really, at least for me, I really didn't get any. For the first half of the book, I didn't suspect who it was, nor did I suspect who did it, because even in the close to the beginning of the book, we do see about that death, because Miss Foley, each chapter is taken from the point of view of different characters: Aofi, Olivia, Hannah, Jono, Will, Jules, and a few others. And the chapters change so quickly, you're keeping up with many storylines at once. So it was like in the second or third chapter, we are hearing of the death already, but we have no idea who died, and of course we have no idea who did it. That I didn't have any inkling of who that could be until halfway in, maybe even like 2/3 or 3/4 in the book. So that aspect I liked and didn't like. I didn't like having to wait so long to get any of the meat of the story, but I did like that it kind of kept you looking forward to, okay, what's going to happen next, and it just kept you engaged in the story, which I did appreciate that aspect. And so as the book goes on, we see more drama between Jono and Hannah, and Olivia and Jules, and all of the backstory behind that to get to it, and how the wedding was planned by Aofi and other characters. But it was a great story. I really did like it. I guess do I recommend reading it? I liked it because of the good story, but I don't know. I didn't like it because of how Lucy Foley waited so long to give us the meat of the story, and then I thought the point of views were kind of taken, they were just all over the place. It was a lot for the reader to keep up. It was a good read, But would I go out of my way to read another Lucy Foley book? I'm not too sure, and I don't think so. And I feel like there are other books that I would recommend somebody to read before this one. But I feel like if somebody's kind of in this genre of like the whodunit, mystery, suspense stories, then yeah, this is great. But if somebody's looking for a good book, I don't know if this would be the first on my list. But Lucy Foley definitely has a unique writing style. It was refreshing to have something different. And yeah, I can't say I would completely recommend it, but I think if somebody does like these types of books, the reader would enjoy it. I just think Miss Foley could have strengthened how she transitioned the chapters and what point she brought out maybe closer to the beginning of the story.